Hey folks, welcome back to the channel.
Hello.
So it's Froggy Friday.
Yay.
And it's Easter Froggy Friday.
It is an extra special Froggy Friday.
It's a double extra special Froggy Friday.
A triple because it's my Froggy Friday.
Doesn't really make it a triple, but I digress already. So some of you may or may not know that a couple of weeks ago we managed to hit our 3,000 watch hours, which is a big deal for YouTube and la 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 la. And we got our first super thanks from Lynn. And Kirk said that he would name his next abomination
in her honour.
In her honour. So I would like to introduce you to Lady Lenora Frogabit. Off you go, Kirk.
Yeah. Guardian of chicks and chocolate.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Guaranteeing we will never, ever, 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 ever get another super thanks because I'll be like, no.
I don't want something named after me.
So. Tell us about her.
Well, she's a frog.
Well, thanks for that.
That's okay.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. So I have made an armature.
Yeah.
And
which, for anyone who doesn't know, that's the silver bit of wires.
It's the wire, yes. The armature is like the bones of the make.
Yes.
And then I wrap it in tinfoil.
Mm-hmm.
Now the tinfoil does two things. It
makes me very happy.
Okay, it does three things.
Yeah.
One, when you're baking the clay, it helps the clay to bake more evenly so you don't get cracks.
Mm-hmm.
Two, it helps bulk it out so you don't use as much clay.
That's the bit that makes me very happy.
And then three, makes you happy.
Yes.
So I've put some cos clay, which is the grey stuff, at the bottom because it sticks to the armature better than normal clay.
Yeah.
And it is quite flexible as well.
I was going to say, cos clay is one of those clays that you bake it. Once it's been baked, it stays flexible.
It does. But if you bake it again, then it
loses its flexibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've done the body. And now I'm doing the head. We didn't have any green clay, so I had to make some, and it took me forever to actually mix it together.
It did not.
It did.
It absolutely did not.
It took ages.
It did.
It took about 6 minutes.
Wow. I tell you.
That's ages.
Aging in that time, aren't you, sweetie?
Yeah.
This is what I'm dealing with all the time.
When you're trying to mix it together, if you're 6 minutes of like trying to mould.
6 minutes is quite relaxing sometimes.
Yeah, not when you're trying to merge two different colours.
You mean not when you're under pressure and I'm saying to you, we need that video. We need that video.
No.
We need that video.
No.
Okay. What, you mean that didn't pressure you at all?
No.
Wow.
I've got a like a little filter. It's like an anti-nag filter. So whenever I hear you nagging, it closes. And
Can I just clarify? I do not nag. I simply keep you appraised of the current situation.
Uh-huh. Anyway.
Moving on.
Back to Lady Lenora. So I've smoothed out the head. I've put a cocktail stick. It's not a cocktail stick. It's a barbecue one.
It's like a chopped off kebab sticks. We didn't have any cocktail sticks.
Yeah. So put that into the head so that I can attach that to the body later. And I've rolled out a little fat worm of clay to stick around the mouth. So that's going to be its mouth.
What are you asking me for? I don't know. I didn't make it. I was not paying any attention to you other than we need that video.
Yeah.
We need that video.
Yeah. So so this is going to be its mouth. So I've just blended it in, and I'm just pressing down the side, so it's got that little ridge.
Yeah.
For its nose,
mm-hmm.
And then with the ball stylus, just making those dents just a little bit more denty.
Pronounced.
No, denty.
pronounced. Denty.
Yeah.
We've got a denty frog.
Yeah. And then a bit of bacon bond.
Which is basically clay glue.
It is clay glue, yeah. Sticking that into the neck and then just putting the little wooden stick in there just so that it sticks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sticking the stick to the neck with some glue.
Yes. Then what are you doing?
Right. So now I am just putting a bit of clay around its neck just to
hide the join.
Well,
Blend it. Blend the join.
So, yes, one to hide the join, but two, just so that I can attach the head to the body a little better as well.
Yeah.
Just because it'll give it a bit more of a... They'll stick together when
What's that? Is Adam's apple?
No.
I was going to say, it's a lady frog.
No, it's just a bit more of the...
So it's a fat neck.
Frog neck.
Okay, I would just like to make very clear that this frog in no way bears any real life resemblance to Lynn. What? I feel that's needed because that's a really fat neck.
I don't know what you're inferring there.
I'm not inferring anything. I'm just saying it's got a really fat neck, and I don't want anyone thinking that we're suggesting Lynn has a fat neck because she might have, she might not. But I'm not confirming one way or another. That's all I'm saying.
There's a saying.
Don't dig the hole.
Yeah. When you're in the hole, stop digging.
Yeah. I'm very familiar with that particular saying. Yeah. Anyway,
back to the frog.
Mm-hmm.
So now, once I've put made the neck just a little bit more bigger.
I don't think that's where the balls go.
Those are the eyes.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So those are the eyes. Now
Why has it got 3 eyes?
It's not.
That looks like 3.
It will do in a minute.
Either that, or you've put something in my coffee.
Oh, I've done that as well.
Oh, fair enough.
It's not just this time though. Do you know when you just spontaneously fall asleep? I want 5 minutes peace, so I just put something.
Oh, that's so rude. Wow, I'm just gonna be quiet now.
So
I'm over it.
Yeah. So I've done the eyes. I've done the so that third one was just to a bit of a ridge between the 2 eyes. And
I have to say that does look quite good. I'm quite impressed.
I was really pleased with it.
Yeah.
So I put the eyes on. So these are the whites of the eyes.
Yeah.
And they're just...
Can I guess what's going to happen next?
Oh, go on then.
You're going to put some black of the eyes on, aren't you?
Eyelids.
Oh. I was close.
No.
Well, it was eye related.
It is eye related, yes, but you were incorrect in your assumption. Yeah, so I put some eyelids on there because
frogs need eyelids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and blending those in as well. So I'm giving it a bit of a droopy,
goofy look.
Yeah.
I said looks a bit goofy.
Yeah.
But then,
frogs are goofy.
Well, some of them are.
Yeah. So now I've got my blade, and I'm just cutting a line for the mouth.
Okay.
And now with my pointy tool, I'm just opening up the mouth a little bit, just to give it a bit of a
bigger mouth.
Well, it's quite a big mouth anyway, but no, it's just
a more pronounced.
I'm just opening the mouth a little bit because I need the mouth open.
Yeah.
Just a tiny bit.
See, that's
you've got a little smirk on your face then.
I do not.
Come on.
No.
Share with the class.
No.
No?
No. Please continue.
Okay. Now I am doing the pupils of the eyes. Yeah, so they don't stay there like that. So I've just done just cut a half of it just because it's going to fit just on the eyelid.
Mm-hmm.
Now I could have done the pupil first and then put the eyelid over the top, but I didn't.
Okay.
But I could have.
But you didn't.
No.
Okay.
Didn't need to.
We've got nothing beyond. I could have, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there you go. See?
That was informative. That was.
Yeah. And then I've just given it a bit of a look.
Bit of a look. Oh. What are you doing? Oh, honestly. What? Really? Oh no! I was just. While he's doing this, let me tell you about Froggy Friday. It's a collaboration organised by Karen over at the Dragon's Cave, Lisa at Girl in the Garage, who else? Lula from Nerd Goblin Art, Gertie from Kirk Creates, and
Tim of Texas
from Base Resonator.
Yeah, and us, and everybody else that's joined in.
It's not organised by us.
It's not organised by us, no, but we're joining in.
We're always in it. Yeah, we're always in it. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, what else do you do on a Friday?
Make weird frogs.
Make weird frogs? What? No, I make pretty frogs.
Yeah, okay.
You make the abominations.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
There's a playlist down in our description.
Yep.
Make sure that you check it out and have a look at everyone else's.
And the frogs.
If you're about on a Friday, why not join us for the lives? Because we all do this Froggy Friday trawl where we go from one video to another, to another, to another, to another. And
so they're all set as premieres.
Yeah.
So
sorry, banging. I'm going to get shouted at now. So they're all set as lives, and it's just really good fun.
Yeah.
So.
And we all just jump in there and just have a laugh, really.
Yeah. Have a good giggle.
Yeah.
So back to Lady Lenora.
Yeah. So I've got some translucent clay, and just done some little teeth.
Little teeth.
Just a couple of two little toothy pegs.
Yes.
And now I am putting on a little bit of green just where the feet are going to go.
Mm-hmm.
And there is, what will be a foot.
What will be in real time about 4 days a foot.
It wasn't 4 days.
Felt like it. How long was it?
10 minutes.
It was. It was not 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, it was literally just 10 minutes. This was the first attempt at doing the foot, and I was like, boom, done.
No, you were like Goldilocks. You held one up, and I went too big. And you held another one up, and I went too small. And you held another one up, and I went, not a foot. And then he held another one up, and it was like that for quite some time. There were, to be honest though, there were a few that were absolutely perfect, but I was just like, no, do it again just for fun. Because it was funny.
I'm going to pause the video for a moment.
No, one take wonder. Come on.
Yeah. Anyway. So once I got the little Miss Critic here to go, yeah, they look like feet. I attached them to the legs.
Yep.
Now it does look a bit weird at the minute, but I will sort that out because I put a bit of clay around them, and but as far as feet go, okay, they're not frog feet.
They're excellent feet. You're an excellent foot maker.
Now try saying that without that big grin on your face.
I can't. Ask me in a year.
But compared to other features that I've made,
it is better. But if we're still doing this in a year, ask me in a year.
okay.
Don't sound so. Oh, that sounded so sad. Why was that so sad?
No, I was no, I was quite pleased with those feet.
No, the feet are excellent.
Yeah, they're not froggy feet.
Well, they are
but
froggy feet because it's on a frog.
They are now. But I thought, I'm doing an Easter frog. I have artistic license. So that is what a Easter frog's feet look like.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is going to be the base coat for the next part. I did put a seam down the middle. My original plan was to have a zip.
Yes.
But once I'd finished doing the next bit, I was like, I ain't got time for that.
Because I was there going, we need the video, we need the video, we need the video.
But there was a little bit of that.
There was a lot of that because I like to work 3 weeks ahead.
Yes.
This is 4 days ahead.
Yeah.
4 days.
But this did take me quite a while to do.
I can't work under this kind of pressure. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, we can.
It distresses me.
Oh, that's always a bonus.
Rude. Right, has he been in the oven again?
Right, he's been in the oven.
Yeah.
And now what I am doing is I am going to spend the next 5 hours rolling these little bits of clay.
And I'd just like to say very clearly that when he says 5 hours, he is in no way overstating it. In anything, he is understating it a little bit.
Yeah. So,
didn't you ask me to help you at one point? And I went, oh, hell no.
No, I said you can carry on. You can take over if you like.
Yeah, and I was like,
no.
That looks like no.
No. So what I've done is I've rolled these little bits of clay and I'm sticking them onto the cuff of the first foot, and I'm doing a layer around the front, then a one at the back of that, but overlapping a little.
Yeah.
And then again, the next one is overlapping again. Now I've got my little stylus there, my pointy stylus, and I'm just like gently dragging it across the top so that it leaves a little mark, but it's also blending them in together.
Yeah.
And the purpose of this is to make it look like fur.
Yes. Which it doesn't at the moment, to be fair, because
started.
Just
Everyone's a critic.
Listen, it doesn't at the moment.
No.
But if you'd allow me to finish.
Oh, okay.
It's because he's only just started.
Wow.
But as he progresses.
Well, thank you for that.
You're welcome. Anything I can do to help, my love.
Well, that wasn't very, very helpful.
I feel it was.
No. So, yeah, so that's pretty much the
At the
process.
moment, though, does anyone else think they look like 1980s leg warmers? Sorry.
No.
My sister had a pair like that. I'm sure she did.
Did she, though?
Yeah, they were like proper furry leg warmers. I never had leg warmers. They just, no, wasn't my thing.
You just had hairy legs. Didn't need leg warmers. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on swiftly.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done the leg, and now I'm going to do the rest of the frog. Now I have sped this up quite considerably, but this did take me quite a fair few hours to make.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, as I had to make it, I'm going to sit there and make you watch it.
You do realise that everyone can just go forwards.
Yeah, but you can't.
No, I can't. No. I have to watch it a second time.
Yes.
To be fair, it's actually more interesting watching it at that speed than it was watching it in real time, if I'm honest.
This little bit was in real time.
Yeah.
So you
No, I
get
mean,
get the
when you were sat next to me going, oh, I've done another 3 centimeters now.
Yeah.
Joy. 4 centimeters. 5 centimeters.
But as I got to
5.5.
As I got to this bit, you can actually see that it's starting to look like fur.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, it's actually, it's coming together now.
Mhm.
So it did give me a little bit of an incentive just to carry on. Now, I got to this point and I thought, I'm not going to do the zip. So I just put some more down the middle and
why
filled it
didn't
in.
you do the zip? Just out of curiosity.
I didn't want to in the end.
Why?
Just didn't.
Why?
I wasn't feeling it.
Why?
Just wasn't.
Yes, but we need to know why now.
Because I'd spent 14 hours doing fur and I was like, I ain't got time for that.
Okay.
So done the I attached a ball of clay and then did the tail.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's time for the hat.
Yes, because a frog needs an Easter hat.
Well, yeah, because otherwise, I showed a photo of this to my daughter before I did the top bit, and she said it looked like it was in like pajamas or a sheep.
Oh, see, now you've said sheep. No, I don't think it looks like a sheep. I don't know now. Oh, she's in my head.
Yeah. So I've done the top bit. I've got the base of the hat, and then I went through the process again of doing what I did to the body. So I've put the little lumps of clay on the head, and then go through and just tickle the clay.
You got a thing about tickling at the moment, haven't you?
And now that at that point, I thought, you have the foam in the bath.
Yeah.
And you make like a little foam beard.
No.
No?
No.
Never done that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Why would I have ever done that?
I don't know.
We didn't have bubble bath when I was little. We were so poor.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Had to bathe in the sink with washing up liquid.
We didn't have washing up liquid.
Anyway.
Yeah. Sink.
Went down to the stream.
We went down to the brook.
Yeah. So so I've done the ear, and I am carefully attaching it to the head so that I don't smoosh all of the furring that I've just done.
Mm-hmm.
And again, same to the other side, and then I put in some worms around the base of the ears, just so that it gives it a bit more of something else to attach to.
Yeah.
So that it's a bit more rigid.
Yeah, and then it's been in the oven?
And then it's been cooked, and then it's time for the arms. Now, the reason I left the arms till last is because I wanted to pose the arms.
Yes.
And I wanted to make sure that I did all the fur. I thought the furring...
I had the most amazing idea. What?
Go on then.
I suggested that you pose the arms with some mini eggs.
Yes. Yes, you did. But you also said, as soon as you've done that, I'm eating them.
Yes. And I did.
You did.
I'm a woman of my word.
Yeah. Yeah. So the reason why I did them last is because I could do the fur on the body first, and it would be a lot easier.
And it puts off making the hands until the very last thing.
Yeah.
If anyone's new here, Kirk does not like hands and feet.
It's not that I don't like them.
He
it's
has
just
not.
That
He's not. You've not mastered
I
them
haven't
yet.
mastered it, no. But
And they
hands
are
and feet are one of the most difficult things to
They are.
make.
They are.
And but I thought, as it's a frog, I get a bit of artistic license.
Well, you don't really. Frogs have hands and they have feet. Well, they have feet and feet.
But the reason why hands are so difficult is because everybody's got hands.
Not everybody.
Okay, all right. Most people have got hands.
1950s of you.
Yeah. And you are very familiar with the hand. So if there's anything that looks out of place on a hand, you can see it immediately.
I would agree with that.
Wow.
But
there you have it. See?
It's never bothered me whilst watching Family Guy.
No, but if you're trying to make a model of something that has a hand.
I appreciate what you're saying, but again, I don't feel that frogs actually wear those outfits. So how realistic does it need to be?
That's what I just said.
Hmm?
That's what I just said.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just testing. I was clarifying.
Yeah. Okay.
Please continue.
Anyway, now that I have attached the hands, I'm just putting some clay around the join and then doing the furring again.
Yeah.
And then once the cuffs have been sufficiently furred,
you did all the sleeves.
I did the sleeves.
That actually looks quite cool for dragon scales like that.
Yeah. And I look forward to watching you do that.
What do you mean? No. No.
No, dragon scales, you just put a...
No, I like that idea for dragon scales.
No, just get...
no.
Just get a roller with a...
No.
Yeah.
No, that's cheating.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So it's now been in the oven. It's been baked quite nicely. Mm-hmm. And I am painting the inside of the ears a nice... I think this was a pale pink or a baby pink. I think it's pale pink.
It's baby pink.
It's pink.
Yeah, it's pink.
And then I did a brown wash. Now, I did a brown wash because it's quite watery and it will get in between all the little marks
and crannies.
Yeah. And it will give it a nice coverage. But it also allow me to do a dry brush later on.
Can I ask?
You can.
Why did you choose to brush that rather than spray it?
Because the wash, the spray wouldn't get into all the little nooks.
Okay.
So the wash, it would just, I can do it across the top, just let it run down, and it would go into all of the little bits.
Right, I'm with you.
Whereas the spray, you probably would get a bit more of a coverage, but it wouldn't have got in there and it wouldn't have looked...
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
I did think about it.
Yeah.
But now I'm just giving it a bit of dry brush with a bit of... I'm mixing it up. There's a bit darker and a bit lighter, and there's a tiny little bit of white on there, but you don't see me do that. Mm-hmm. And then I also put a bit of a glaze on the hands and the face just to make them a little bit more frog and shiny.
And there's an Aquacast coaster from the Bruno box.
Yep. Yeah. And then it was, put that on, let it dry, put some Mod Podge, and then my favourite, static grass.
Oh. Was it watered down Mod Podge, or is it?
No, that was just straight out the tub.
The full whammy.
Yep. And then it was putting it together and the glamour shots.
Can I just say that when he's putting static grass on, he is like a 5-year-old child.
Yeah.
He's like,
fun.
Ooh!
Yeah.
He actually makes that noise.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Right. So, if you are still with us at this point, thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
If you like our creative sort of chaos, do feel free to hit that like button.
Yeah. And while you're down there, give the subscribe little tickle if you haven't already.
And if you have, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And
here he is. Oh, here she is. Lady Lenora
Frogabit.
Yeah.
There you go. In honour of Lynn.
Yeah.
So, And those mini eggs, can I just say, they were delicious. And once you've opened a bag, you've got to eat them all. So I did.
Yeah.
They were yummy.
Yeah.
That's us done.
It is.
So enjoy the rest of the evening.
Yeah.
Have
Enjoy the rest of the frogs.
Have a fantastic Easter. And if you're around tomorrow, don't forget it's the Easter collaboration.
Oh, yeah. And it's me again.
Oh, yes. And you do not want to miss that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. We will see you in the next one. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye for now.